All right, so since it's the end of the year, and technically now that I'm late as usual, this is going to be the beginning of the new year. So I'm going to be doing two videos. This is going to be the top 10 domestic figures that came out this year. And then I will also do a top 10 imports. I think I said domestic. Anyway, domestic first, then imports. So I'm going to start with number 10 and then work my way to the front. So number 10 is on here purely because of nostalgia reasons. Dino Thunder was probably my favorite Power Rangers series growing up as a kid. I had the Black Ranger costume. I had his sword thingy that I can't remember the name of anymore. Um, like Tommy was my dude. Anytime I would pretend like with my friends and just play, or when I was cause literally like a little child, if we ever had fake names or whatever, I always chose the name Tommy. Like Tommy was my goat, and it wasn't until later on that I watched the original uh, Power Rangers and saw that Tommy was, the goat even back then. So he was my favorite character in Dino Thunder, and I'm really sad about the passing of Jason David Frank. So I had to put him on the list. I don't have many Lightning collections. I kind of gave up on Power Rangers as I got older. It became too much to keep up with. There's a couple that I have just out of nostalgia, just like him. But I had to put him on the list. He has his problems. He's not pinless. Um, his morpher isn't painted. The usual complaints that you see. He comes with cool accessories. Comes with soul patch head and helmeted head. So, but he's number 10, and he's really hard to fit in here with this setup that I have going on. But number 9 is the Marvel Legends Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes. I guess retro Hawkeye, like based on his classic appearance on the Sky Cycle. Um, I've always liked Hawkeye. I've always liked archers, just in general. In the Earth's Mightiest Heroes show, I really liked his character, which is part of the reason why I got this. It's really good. It's pinless, looks amazing. You could use a little bit more paint apps. It's very plain. Like I might go in and put some red, like on his belt and on the H on his head, but um, like I just like him. But I haven't messed with him all that much. Like the fabric on him is cool, like the fabric for his belt, but I haven't really messed with him too much. That's why he's so low on the list. But it's still a really cool figure, and it's nice to have a classic Hawkeye since the old like Bucky Cap bodies. So, and this one has like actual scale mail and stuff on it. So, really nice. Number 8 is the Marvel Legends Black Widow. I kind of peer pressured into putting her on the list because I had a lot of stuff come in this year. A lot of it more so was imports. This is very tough top 10. I could have probably done a top 5 and been a lot happier. Wouldn't have taken me as long, less stressful. But I just opened this figure, and I mean she's really cool. And like I knew how good she was just from other people talking about it. But I just opened it just for this review. So but she's really cool. She comes with nice accessories. She has the updated articulation. Like she's the perfect like figure for Black Widow. A Catwoman custom, which I plan to make if I can get another one for pretty cheap. Um, like she works really well. I hope they keep the double torso articulation and the butterfly joints going forward. Like the new Spider women need it. Gwen will probably be the next one if they re-release her that gets one. So they've already done the main Spider Women recently, so I don't think anybody else would get one except for maybe Gwen. Um, but yeah, really cool figure. I like all the heads that she comes with, the accessories, stuff like that. So really cool. Oh man, this setup is not working out too well. But anyway, where are we at? Number 7. Number 7. Number 7. I chose the Amazing Spider-Man from No Way Home. Um, anyway, sorry, I had to fix like basically everything. But I chose Andrew just because he looks better than the Tobey Maguire one, just stock. And the Tom Holland one was just a reissue with just slightly more accurate paint. Um, so not really great. I know that his final swing suit is out. I'm just gonna get the SH Figure Arts one because I love that suit so much. So I think it's worth it. Um, but I chose Andrew because it's a really good figure. Like, yeah, there's things that people have been doing to make it better. But I think that it still came. It's very solid. Yeah, I know they re-released it with his like head sculpt because this is the original 3 pack one. So um, the figure itself is good. The stuff that surrounds it, like the controversies and blah blah blah, I'm not super happy about. But the figure itself is pretty good. So that's why he's number 7. I'm just gonna go ahead and mention that I do have a figure on this list, another Marvel Legends Spider-Man, but I don't know where he is right now, so I might just leave Andrew up for that. So number 6 is the NECA Prey Feral Predator. This is another one that I just opened recently. I haven't really had a lot of time to mess with him. He was in my pile of loot from Big Bad Toy Store, so he's a little bit newer. He's a little bit stiffer. I haven't had a and sorry, I'm holding my phone now because I couldn't deal with the my arm thingy. But the um I can't fucking talk either. He's new. I haven't had a chance to mess with him a lot, but he's really cool. I love the movie. Had to have the figure. I think part of the reason why I wasn't as excited for him is because it just took too long to come out. Um, at least it feels like it did. I don't remember when Prey came out, but this figure is really cool. He's really big. Like if I zoom all the way out, like you can see how big he is. So I had to change. That's part of the reason why I had to change my setup and just hold my phone. But yeah. So he's number 6, and then number 5. I'm just gonna go ahead and talk about. It was the retro, Amazing Fantasy Spider-Man. Like I said, I can't find him. He was my pocket fig, so he's probably in a pocket somewhere. Um, he might be in my gym bag actually, because I use that duffel bag a lot. But he is a really good figure. I know technically the Amazing Fantasy Spider-Man came out already, but this one was just a re-release, so I was able to get him. And I do like the blue spider on the back. I thought that was a really nice touch. I know it's not super accurate because he's supposed to have a head on it, but he's my number 5 figure. He's really fun. The web wings kind of got on my nerves, but you don't have to use them. So number 5 is Retro Amazing Fantasy Spider-Man. All right, we back. So, like I said, number 5 was Retro Amazing Fantasy Spider Man. Number 4 is the G.I. Joe Classified Nunchuck. I don't have hardly any G.I. Joe figures. I have like a Snake Eyes. Actually, I think I have 2 Snake Eyes. Um, but the rest of my G.I. Joes I usually just get for customs for other things. I was never into G.I. Joe as a kid. I never watched it, never read any comics, anything. I don't even think I watched the live action movies. Um, but I can't deny that Classified has some cool figures. And the funny story about this figure is I know it's literally just the same as the Storm Shadow retro body or classic body, whatever you want to call it. Just with some extra, I think, new arms and obviously like new head and stuff like that. But um, I was really high one night. Police don't come to my house. But I was really high one night and I was watching The Amazing's review for this figure, and it was the coolest thing I had ever seen. I don't know what it was about it. I wanted to army build them, but I luckily talked myself out of that. Um, but I wanted to army build this figure because it looks so cool. I'm a big sucker. Green is my favorite color. I like ninjas. Green ninjas are cool. I love his weapon choices. I love his shoulder armor. That was one of the things I was fixating on when I was high. Um, but his like swords are cool. I love that most classifieds can store all their weapons on themselves, and he does it in a really cool way. Like it's super subtle. So I really like this figure a lot, and it's just funny because the main reason I have it is because I got really high one night and watched The Amazing. So that's number 4. Number 3, believe it or not, is the Marvel Legends No Way Home Green Goblin. As soon as I saw this movie, I knew I had to have a figure of this. And I was gonna get the figure arts, but I saw how bad the Willem Dafoe head looked, and considering they didn't give him a helmet like they did with this one. Um, I just knew this was the better one. It was more cost effective. I think it was like half the price of the figure arts, and it looks good enough. I plan to get a fabric hoodie. I can't see my finger. Fabric hoodie for him, and then so that'll work for both. I'm gonna get the Cosmic Capes one. So shout out to them. It's pointed and stuff, so you can stick the helmet in there too, so it looks more comic book accurate. But just to kind of make it look better, um, but this is still just a nice figure. Yeah, there's problems with it. The glider's a little funky. The He doesn't move the way he should. He should have like a boot swivel in here. I know it's because of the sculpt. It's probably hard, but he could have had a boot swivel like right in there. But he just looks amazing, and I haven't had a whole bunch of time to mess with him. Just because he just recently came in my pile of loot too. Is kind of why these 2 videos, um, took longer than I planned because I had some stuff stuck in my pile of loot that I was waiting to come in. Namely him and Super Saiyan Goku, the new one from Namek. Um, so, but he's number 3, which is surprising to me too. But like, I just love this figure. I was messing with it last night, um, for like over an hour, just fiddling with it. Put the helmet head on there, taking like posing it around, messing with the glider, and it's a lot of fun. And I'm really happy that not only we're getting figures of like the classic stuff, um, but like that they updated it and made it more comic book accurate looking for No Way Home. So I think it's deserved number 3. So this might come as a surprise, but number 2, let me just fix this a little bit. Number 2 on my domestic list is the Mezco Damian Wayne Robin. And when they announced this figure, I was disappointed that it was Damian and not Tim. But hopefully that means that we can get like a Red Robin or something in the future. They did announce Nightwing earlier this year, so that would be really cool. Oops, sorry. Oh, now I messed everything up. Yeah. Anyways, I'm not gonna edit that, but I was disappointed that it wasn't gonna be Tim. But I am still happy with this figure because it's really cool. He comes with a lot of weapons. He comes with a lot of accessories. Mezco always goes nuts with the accessories. Yeah, he's a little too tall to be what people think of when they think of Damian Wayne. Because he's like an 8-year-old child. Even on the picture of the back of the box, he's young. It's like from his early appearances. But I'll excuse it because it's a really cool figure. I'm pretty sure it's on like the Night Monkey body or something like that. But um, everybody wanted a Mezco Robin for the longest time, and then we finally got a Mezco Robin. And yeah, it's Damian Wayne, but that just means that there's more stuff coming. So he's really cool. And then one of my biggest videos is shitting on the Mezco 3 pack. So I don't want Mezco to be upset with me. So uh, I thought I'd put him on the list. And I haven't really seen anyone else put Mezcos on their top 10 list for domestic figures. They're just in general, really, which is a shame because they make really good figures for the most part. Yeah, it's hit or miss sometimes, but when they hit, they hit. You know what I'm saying? So Damien is cool. And then number one is going to be a little bit of a cheat, maybe, but I don't give a shit. And he barely fits in frame. But number one for me, basically just on pure looks, is the Mythic Legions Figure Obscura Headless Horseman. I don't remember what color version they said this was, but man, I missed out on the first one. And then they released this one, and I actually like the colors better. Like it's more Halloween looking. Like he's got the green fire, the orange cape, purple suit. Like it's beautiful. Like I don't really talk about Mythic Legions a whole lot. I have a few, but I don't really do much with them, so I might end up selling some of them. But this guy is not getting sold. I was mad because Big Bad Toy Store took forever to get him. Like one of my toy stores that I used to go to back where I used to live, um, he had one in store for more than I paid for this, but on Big Bad Toy Store. But um, and then the same shop at one of the local cons I went to a couple weeks ago, or actually probably a couple months ago now. Anyway, he had like multiples of these, and I was like, "Fuck! Like, where's mine?" Big Bad Toy Store, but they came through finally, and yeah, this figure didn't come out originally this year, but I just got it this year, and according to Big Bad Toy Store, it just came out this year. So this is my number one domestic figure. Mythic Legions and the Four Horsemen, they're killing it. Like I said, I haven't really been keeping up with them a whole lot. Like I haven't gotten any Cosmic Legions or anything, but like I've always loved the Headless Horseman. Um, I as goofy as it was, I like the Sleepy Hollow show. Um, and like it's a beautiful figure. I can't say anything else. I'll just keep rambling. So yeah, that's my top 10 domestic figures. I really don't know what else to say. It's been a long year. I had a crazy week. My phone broke, so this is now recording on my new phone. So hopefully it looks better. But yeah, it's just what a crazy week, what a crazy year. And now I have to do it all over again for the for the imports. So um, thank you, just thank you guys for a crazy year. Thank you for helping the channel get to where it's at. And I hope you continue to stick around.